Good afternoon. My name is Becky, Socks for Mom, and I welcome you to my FlossTube today. My husband and I are ranch sitting for one of my very good friends in Texas. So we're taking care of chickens and feeding the deer and the horse, and it's just been a lot of fun. Spring is here in Texas, so I brought a bunch of spring things that I want to start working on again. I loaded up maybe a few too many projects for this long weekend, but if you will stick around with me, grab some iced tea, and we will take a look at what's in my basket. Okay, well, let's get going. But before we start, I wanted to point out this magnificent puzzle that Mark did, Vicky's husband. It's the Tower of Babel, and I forgot how many pieces are in it, but it's huge. It feels like it's 6 feet long by 4 feet, but anyways, it's magnificent, and I just wanted to point that out. I put myself right here in front of it so I could admire it while I talk to you guys. Okay, so first up, like I said, I have been in the spring mood. My azaleas are blooming, the red buds are blooming in my neighborhood, and here on the ranch there are a lot of azaleas blooming too. So I've been in the spring mood, and I wanted to put away all my homework that I've been doing and pull out these projects, but I did bring my homework with me, and I'll make myself work on my homework, but these are the things I really want to work on right now. So first off is Stacy Nash, Rabbit Hollow Farm. This was one of my Christmas presents this year, and I've loved it ever since I've seen the pictures on Country Sampler in Spring Green, Oregon. They have it up displayed, and I've just loved it. So it's in this cute little bag that I made, and it does not have the floss keep on it that I'm going to be making a floss keep for it, and I'll put that in my shop, but it does have Elame. And Elame right here is one of my needleworker floss thread keeps, and she is named after my grandmother, Ela May. So she's available in the Etsy shop if you're interested in her, and I'll put links to that below. But these are the colors. There aren't many. The rosy colored is Rose Garden. So there's Rose Garden, Apple Cider, Endive, and Shaker White, and some other color which I don't remember. Straw Bonnet. There's Lexington Green in it also, and Deep Forest. So I am working it on Weeks Dye Works straw. 35 count. And this is all I have so far. But I'll be putting a lot of work into it this weekend. And I just really love those flowers right there going around the border. So I'll work on the border this weekend, I think, while I'm here. And I'll be sitting out on Vicky's front porch. And maybe I will catch a glimpse of Misty running in her corral. She's their horse. So yeah, I'll be working on Rabbit Hollow Farm. And the next thing I would like to pick up again is in an old farm bag that I made back when I used to make bags. And it is Spot the Horse by Carriage House Samplings. And I noticed that Kathy Barrick has released, or maybe it was her sister, has released a punch needle for Spot, made it into a punch needle. So if you're interested in doing that, that came out at market this year. And this frame right here, I contacted, I'm drawing a blank. I'll put it in my show notes, but I contacted the woman that made that frame, and she still makes those. So when I get this finished, I hope to have her make me a frame. And I believe that when I talked to her, she said someone did it 1/1, and it was only 2 inches by 3 inches, which is amazing. So there's Spot the Horse. I have always loved this piece. And mine is done. I'm doing them with needlepoint silks. And all I have is on Havana, which, let's see, try to get the accurate representation. Havana's probably right about here. So I don't have much done, but I'm doing that with the needlepoint silks that it's called for. So I will be working on that, and I hope to catch a glimpse of Misty running past when I'm working on it. I don't see my silks in here, so I'm really hoping that they fell out and they're not at home. All right, and keeping along in the Carriage House sampling line, I told my friend here that I usually either like samplers, I like either samplers or quirky. And Kathy Barrick is definitely one of my favorites. And she's quirky. This is called Deary and Darling. And I just love the little yellow house up there and the sweet little fawn with its spots. And there's birds sitting on the back of Deary. I'm thinking this is Deary and this is Darling. So I've had this in the works a couple springs, so I sure would like to finish it. I have the other one for Christmas that's Heaven and Nature Sing. And I think I could leave that out year round. And let's see here. I have it on my vintage Duchess. Oh wait, no, I think the ones with this are called the Princess Hoop. And I'm working this in the silks. And actually, looks like I'm working them in the cottons. So these are the lovely DMC colors that this is worked in one of my spring bags. And I have the Deary and Darling thread keep right here that you can see. And that is also in my Etsy shop. Can y'all see that? Oops, let me move the heart. Here it is. This is the Deary and Darling thread keep. And Kathy's real sweet. I have mailed her, usually when I make one, I mail her a thread keep, and she loves that. She always has me send Marty one too, which is her sister. And here is what I have. So far. So I just started the spots on Darling, and I have the flowers around Deary's neck, and I have the little swan pond done, and the little sheep. And this, I believe I'm doing on L. Picture this plus L is what it looks like to me. And it looks like it's a 40 count. So that's Deary and Darling. My second spring piece, no, my third. So these are my 3. And then the other thing that I had to bring along that I thought would be just perfect for out here, it's in, this is my Barbara Anna bag. And I stitched, this is called Funky Bird by Barbara Anna. And I made it into a project bag. So, and I put a little Westie on the thread keep. Well, it's really a Scotty, but it could be a Westie too, for my little Kinsey here. And what is in this Barbara Anna bag? Show you the front of it. Front of it is some Tula Pink. So whenever I'm working on a Barbara Anna, I put it in that. I am working on the infamous All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna. I've been working on it on Sunday nights as my husband and I watch the PBS series All Creature Great and Small. But I'm sure you've seen a bazillion people do this. My friend Vanessa Flame Fingers has finished hers. I think you're finished, aren't you, Vanessa? And Vanessa and I started cross-stitching together. We switched, we were knitting friends, and then we got the cross-stitching bug, and we stitched. Vanessa is, I'll just say, Vanessa, your name Flame Fingers is very appropriate because Vanessa has flaming hot fingers. When she knit, she would knit things really fast. Now she's pretty monogamous, and she stitched this up pretty fast. So when she pulled hers out to start, I pulled mine out, and of course I'm just right here, and she's all the way done. This is what I have. It's stitched with Anchor floss. And this is what I have. And it's a lot of fun to stitch. So now I think I will be working on it when I come to Vicki and Mark's ranch. Maybe I'll get to watch their animals again while they go do something. You're kind of tied down when you have animals. And the couple that used to watch their animals has moved to Hawaii. So this is All Creatures Great and Small. So those are the things I really, really, really want to work on. Here's the Anchor floss. It doesn't have a thread keep. For all of you out there who have stitched this and know the full beauty of it, what motif on this do you think I should make a thread keep for? The pig with the piglets? Or there's just going to be so many fun motifs on this. Could you please, where's the picture again? Would you please be so kind to tell me what your very, very, very favorite motif on this was that you stitched, and I'm going to make some thread bling, and whichever one of you that I pick to make no, that's not right. If you will leave a comment and tell me what your favorite motif is on all creatures great and small, then I will do a drawing for my next FlossTube, and one of you will win the new thread keep. So there's your challenge. There's your chance to win a thread keep. So those are my spring projects. Now I guess I'll show you my homework. I'm still plugging away on Elizabeth Furness, or Furness. Here she is, 1836. A Hands Across the Sea sampler. This sampler I fell in love with the minute it came out. I saw it. I've always loved it. So when Yvette started it for her birthday, and Christy Crosshatch Quilts and Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts jumped on board to help her celebrate, I said, well, I want to celebrate too. So the four of us are working on this, and Yvette gives us homework. And if you've been watching my FlossTubes, you know about that already. But I've been a little bogged down lately. I think it's just because there's all these other things I want to stitch. Let me back up. So this is how far we are, which actually is really, really good. Right now, we're on target of finishing her by the end of the year. And it's probably a really good thing that I'm showing this to you, because it's motivating me. I really do need to get back to it. So typically I try to put 3 strands in her a day, and I haven't done that in a couple weeks. I'm getting this ready to show you what part I'm working on. So this month we are working on the grass all the way across this page. So I've already lost a week, so I need to get cooking on that. But this checkerboard pasture down here is so cool, and I love it so much. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out Olivia's Loretta and Elvis, because of course now that she said that, we don't see Adam and Eve anymore. But Olivia thought that Adam and Eve looked like Elvis Presley and Loretta Lynn. Is it Loretta Lynn? Loretta, And so there they are. So pretty. Such a beautiful sampler. And I'm doing mine in DMC. Olivia's doing hers in DMC. Christy and Yvette are using the called for silks. So go check them out to see their pictures. And of course, there is thread bling. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on a minute. Had to get that out of the way. Here's the thread bling. For this one, I picked the big house, which the big house is yet to come. And the big house is bigger than the ginormous tree. So there's a little bit of the checkerboard, and there's the big house, and it's got a tree on it. I usually always, on my Adam and Eve samplers, put a tree on it for the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And here's all the lovely DMC. Let me hold it up against, oops, sorry. Sorry, Mom. My mom's probably gonna say, you are waving that thread all over the place. So I will point out one thing I like to do is to print out the key and laminate it and then hang it on my key ring so I don't have to keep looking up the symbols. Okay, so that's homework that I need to go do today, probably. And my other homework is tomorrow night is Friday night in Hawk Run Hollow, or the Facebook group is called Let's All Move to Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm working on the houses of Hawk Run Hollow. I'm working on this with Yvette and Christy. I mean, not Christy. Christy's working on Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, but Olivia. So what we're doing is we're dividing each block into fourths, and that's all we do for that month is 1/4 of the block. So this will take a while, but I'm sure as time goes on and we fall more and more in love with it, we'll want to pick up speed on that. But after I finished the village of Hawk Run Hollow, I was just really sad that I didn't have a hawk run in my life, and Olivia was really sad that she didn't have a hawk run in her life because she finished Autumn. And so, yeah. So, I am doing mine in the silks. And I had actually started this piece a few years ago with my friend Barb and Pat. I'm laughing because I pulled a classic cross stitch mistake that I hope you've never made, but I didn't measure my linen right, and I realized I didn't have enough down on the bottom to finish up. So I just said, I'm not doing this. But now I'm doing it. So this is how much I have. And for March, let's see, for March I'm going to do the bottom level right here, and then April we'll finish up the whole block. So there you have it. And this sits in my very crazy Cafe faucet bag. And let's see if I have some bling on this. Brenda Gervais, Winter Rose Manor. And I'm stitching this with a group of friends that we call ourselves the Under and Across Stitchers. And this is the group I've talked about before, that this is now our 4th or 5th thing we've stitched together, and one of us leads it and gives assignments each week. For this, Katrina not Katrina. Sorry, I'm running out of steam here. Wanted to show you my bag. Brenda Gervais sold these panels when this came out. I don't know if you can still get them, but there's my bag. And what I wanted to show you was this week, Susan in our group sent us all a gift. It was so awesome. She had this ribbon made. Can you see what it says? It says under and across stitchers with some scissors. How cool is that? Let me lay it across here. That was so sweet of her. Under and across stitchers. And so that was super special. Susan is leading the next one. We're doing 2 next time, 2 cross stitches next time instead of 1 because we couldn't decide. So what we do is when we're finishing up one, we have a vote and we all throw out our favorites and we keep narrowing it down and down and down until we all agree on one. And this last time there were 2 that were neck and neck. And so we said, oh, what the heck? Let's just stitch both of them. So one Susan is leading is Redbird. God, I can't remember the name. I'll put a picture right there. So we will be stitching that one, and then Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs, and I will be leading that one. So in May we're going to be really busy with 2 of them. So here is what I have. I probably tell you guys way too many plans. You're probably like, stop with your plans, stop with your rotations, just show us the work. So here's my other princess hoop, which I love these springs on them. What is that under there? It's so funny. You know the magnetic things on the back of needle minders? There's one that's stuck under there. It's like this is a magnet wanting to attract all those. There it is. I'm working on the pink house, which I'm feeling like my pink doesn't show up as much as everybody else's. I'm doing mine on Confederate gray. I started, oh, well, that looks good. I started on Brenda's Brew, which is the called for when she re-released this pattern. This was originally done in a cross stitch retreat. And my pink on this is Perfect Pie Crust. And a new friend, Cindy, helped me decide on this. Hi, Cindy. I met Cindy at the Texas Stitchers retreat I went to a couple weeks ago. So this is Confederate gray. So we're building the house right now. So I have today to finish up this week's homework because tomorrow the next homework assignment comes. And last but not least is my whip go for this month. Last month I finished American Eagle with the help of the Hill Country Stitcher table that I was sitting at. So I want to shout out Cindy and Sherry and Raquel and Elizabeth and Christy and Stanton. and of course Vicky, who I went with, because they really helped me try to focus on finishing American Eagle. I was quite distracted. There were a lot of people there, and I enjoyed talking to everybody. It was a talk-a-latte for me, and they in particular kept saying, look at the clock, what's your goal, what's your goal? So I did finish that, and I'll put a picture here. So that was last month's WIPCO. This is this month's WIPCO. I got this when it came out. I don't think I'm even gonna take this out. This was it's by Shakespeare's Peddler. It's Maria Finney. It was in the Country Samplers Schoolgirl Club. I've been working on it for a long time. The colors aren't super exciting, but the overall effect is beautiful. And I would like to get this done. I even have a frame for it. It's got some bling. It has the Maria Finney thread keep. And here is where I'm at. I'll just do this. I will slowly move it up. So I'm working right over here to finish this up, probably this month. And then it doesn't go very low below this. It goes to right about here. There's a house and a couple other trees. And there's Adam and Eve. And the very corpulent angels. And one of my friends calls this the fried egg flower. So it's really pretty. I think it will look really pretty on one of my walls. That's kind of a bluish seafoamy color. So that's Maria Finney. And that's everything I brought. So thank you for stopping by. I know this might have been a little scrambled, and I know I look like a farm girl, I guess. But I'm gonna put in some fun photographs of around the farm. And thank you so much, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Bye. Are you stuck? You need some help?